For this experience, we will be using Underglaze. Yes, it's the stinky stuff. It goes on more like a paint, and Underglaze means at the end we'll have to apply a glaze, a clear glaze over the top. You'll notice how it's set out on carts on trays according to color. When you decide what color you want to use, you'll notice that there is a square that shows two colors. The one with the arrows pointing to it is how it will look once it comes out of the kiln and we've applied the clear glaze. The one that the arrow is not pointing to is how it's going to look to you today when you put it on your sculpture. So don't be stressed out if it doesn't look exactly how you expect it to look. Where the arrows are pointing is how it will look when it is completely done. Word of the day today is clean. Please try to keep everything clean. Lots of different brushes to choose from, but you will use the brushes that are at the center you're at. You will make sure that the glaze matches the color that you really want to use. Every time we use these underglazes, you must mix them up, even if a person just used it before you. Guys, don't get the glaze all over the brush. Notice how I'm cleaning it off. You do not want to use a brush that has gross glaze everywhere, so don't do that to the next person. Your piece will be on a placemat. So I then will make sure to keep it on the placemat always. The word of the day is clean. Now I'm going to use the glaze on my piece. Keep dripping, I keep dipping, notice I'm not dripping. The glaze, this underglaze actually should dry pretty quickly, so we should not have like runny glazes everywhere. Everything looks nice and clean. I have to kind of poke it into any white spot. Takes some time, but it dries really, really fast. I'm trying to show you how it's dry there already. So you have to dab or kind of push your brush into any places where the underglaze did not absorb. Remember, we do not want glaze to be running, but yeah, that dabbing motion. Once I'm done, notice how I'm wiping off the brush, putting on the lid tightly, but not too tightly, so the next person can get the glaze. The glaze stays on the tray. The brush, this is important, guys. The brush does not go on this tray. The brush goes next to the tray on the paper that's there, so that the next person can use it. Once I'm done with the color, I carry my piece and my placemat to a different color. So I am moving. The underglazes are not. And then I set my piece down, and then now I'm at this new station, choosing a brush that's clean. I used it, then put it on the placemat. And then I can move to a different place. You are welcome to overlap underglazes, put other glazes on top of colors as long as the color underneath is dry and you're not mixing the colors on the brushes. Once you have completely glazed your piece, underglazed your piece, you are going to bring it to the circle table or maybe even the rectangle table where you will see these Talenti containers full of clear glaze. Mix up the clear glaze and apply it everywhere over your piece. You want it to cover really, really well all cracks and crevices, even the sides of your base, everywhere covered with clear glaze.